Hey guys, today we're going to be doing a base plated post, which will consist of sketches, extrusions, and right at the end of the sketch, there's a little surprise that I've done for you guys. So please enjoy and like and subscribe. Hey guys, sorry to interrupt your video. I just wanted to ask you, please hit the like and subscribe button. It's going to make it easier for me to share my content with you guys in the future, and it will make it so that you don't miss anything. Cool. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, obviously, is new part. We're going to say base plate. Okay, we're going to say okay. Okay, now we've got our datum planes as always. We're going to click sketch. We're going to select our top datum plane. We're going to say sketch. We're going to say sketch view. Okay, we're going to say center line because the fundamental of any sketch is center lines. Okay, we are going to do a symmetrical square as you see there, okay, because everything works better symmetrical, as I've said. We're going to do a 200 by 200 base plate. Okay. Oh, and then sorry, just to show you guys something. Let's go back here. See here, 285, 305. Okay, so notice how those are quite close but not the same. See if I change this to 200. It stays in proportion, you see, it's very close. So it keeps the scale of whatever the scale was, so that your shape doesn't go all funny. So it's a nice little feature, but it's quite helpful. Okay, 200, 200, I'm happy with that. I'm going to say okay. Okay, now we've only got our sketch, right? Okay, so what are we going to do next? We're going to say extrude. Again, we can click and drag here for our thickness, or I can just select here. I'm going to make it 8 millimeters. Okay, done deal. We're going to make it symmetrical, as always. Let's say okay. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is we need holes, obviously, if it's a base plate. So we're going to say sketch. We're going to say the top surface there. Sorry, let me just show you that again. So I'm going to say sketch. I'm going to select the top. So not the datum plane, the actual top of my plate. And I'm going to say sketch. Okay. Now, what we're going to do here, we are going to, so a normal way of doing a hole, you click, you drag, you click, you go back to select. Now see, it gives me these dimensions, right? Yeah, so I can do that. I can make it that size. Put my size in there, put my size in there, and do the next, and the next, and the next. The other way I can do it is I can do center lines. Then it will obviously give me my next points, okay, more or less. But the simplest and fastest way to do this is go construction, center line, okay. As I've said, center lines are very important. Then we're going to go rectangle. We're going to click, we're going to drag till it's symmetrical again. Okay. Now, if you know that your holes are 25 mil from that side, 25 mil from that side, okay, that means your centers of your holes is going to be 150, correct? So what I do is I draw a square, 150 by 150, in construction mode. Then I deselect construction mode, okay? I select circle, and all I do is I click on that point and make my circle the same size the whole time, like that, okay? Now, if I change this to, say, 13, now your hole is automatically 25, 25 from there, but it's much quicker than doing each one individually and. So this is a little cheat for you guys. Does make it quicker and easier. So try and do it like that next time, maybe. Okay, so now we're happy, but now we've only got our sketch. We don't have holes. So we're going to say extrude. We are going to drag this through and it'll cut. Or what I can do is I can click on this little arrow and go through. Okay, like that. So there's multiple ways to go through. Okay, happy with that. Okay, now we've got our base plate with holes in it, but we want round edges because these sharp edges are going to be a problem. So we're going to click, we're going to hold in control, click on the second one, hold in control, click on the third one, hold in control and click on the fourth one. Okay, now we can drag this or we can just type in the size here. Okay, 20 mil, we're going to go 20 mil. So as you can see, there is your base plate. 8 mil thick, 200 200, nice holes. Okay, nice round edges, nice finish. We're going to say save, base plates. Okay. Okay, now we're going to say, now we need to do our tube. So we're going to say new part. Again, we're going to say 76 by 76 square tube 1800. Okay. We're going to put our datums back on. We're going to go sketch. We're going to click on sketch. We're going to select the plane. We're going to say sketch. We're going to go sketch view. Okay. Center line, rectangle. Okay. Symmetrical as always. Select. Now, again, watch now how this size changes when I change this size. Okay. Still not exact, but it's close. Okay. So then we're going to say, okay. Now we've got our profile. We're going to say extrude. We are going to say symmetrical. And then we can again either drag it or we can just select here 1.8 or 6 foot or 1800 millimeters, depending on which format you're working. Okay, now as you can see, it's solid here. Okay, so if you had drawn your tube from this view, this side, meaning you drew the side of your tube profile, not the actual profile, but the side of your actual tube. Because in some instances you do that. So if you had drawn it like that and you click thickness, okay, it's going to give it a thickness in the other direction, in whatever direction you extrude it. So if you want to extrude it then you need to go shell. So if you go to my other videos, in my beginner series, there are sections where I do shell. It's very simple, and then you can just shell it like that. But in this instance, we just say thickness of material, we say 2 millimeters, and there we've got our tube. Okay, now, as you can see, and I don't know if everybody knows this, but a normal square tube does not actually have square corners like this. Yeah, it's close, but it's never exactly square like that. So what do we do? For aesthetic reasons, we're going to say round. We're going to click, hold control, click the second one, the third one, click the fourth one. Oh, but now this is a big problem. No, it's not. Okay. So all you're going to do is you're going to go there on your size of your radius. We're going to change it to 2 because usually the radius is the same as the thickness of the steel. And say 2. Now you see there it's back to normal again. We're going to say OK. And there you go. Sorted. Okay. Now it looks like a real tube, like a real square tube. Okay. So we're going to say save our square tube. Okay. Now we are going to do our assembly. Okay. Base plated first 1.8. Okay. So, okay. Okay. So from here, this is now the fun part. Okay. So we're going to go here by assemble. We are going to select, you're going to select your main part that you're going to build off of. So whichever, if it's in the center of your assembly or on the edge, whatever you get your main thing. that it's all bolting to. You're going to select that part. So ours is going to be the base plate. Yeah. Now, there's two ways to do this. I can either click there and click there, and it will join, and then I'm going to do the other plane, and I'm going to do the top plane at the same time. Then it will locate it in the right place. Okay. But instead, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go back here. Instead of doing that, all I'm going to do is go default. Okay, because what happens is when you do that, it's automatically putting your datum planes in the default position. So your right plane with the assembly right plane, your front plane with the assembly front plane, and your top with the assembly top plane. Okay. It's just a shortcut that makes everybody's lives a little bit easier. You don't have to do it like that. If you want to do it another way, there is definitely other ways to do it. So we're just going to do it like that today. Okay. Let's say okay. Okay, now we've got our base plate. Now we need our tube. We're going to go back to our symbol again. We're going to say square tube. We're going to say open. We're going to remove the planes. We are going to right click. I'm going to hover over here. Right click. And select the bottom of my tube. And then again, same thing. Hover over my base plate. If I right click, it'll go to the bottom of the base plate. If I right click again, it'll go to the top. Okay, so we say that one. Okay, happiness. Now, I'll put my datum planes on again. Now I'm going to select my right plane from my tube and my right plane from my assembly. Okay. If you look in this menu here, you can have a distance, meaning it can be the two planes can have a distance in between them. If you go a selected distance. Okay. If you go angle, I can rotate according to my plane. Okay. If I go parallel, the orientation will be the same, but there's no dimension keeping it from each other. It is just, it's away from each other and it's the same direction. So same parallel. Okay. Then coincident is the one that we mostly use because that aligns it against each other. So coincident, as you can see there. Then my next constraint, we need that one and that one. Again, coincident, we know it's in the middle. We know it's against each other. We say, okay. Now, as you can see, this is why I say my center lines and my datum planes are so important. So as you can see, it's exactly in the center of my base plate. Okay, if I go top here, you can see here, let's just change this to no hidden. Okay, as you can see, it's exactly in the middle. If I put my datum planes on, it's exactly center. Okay, so that's the benefit of using your datum planes and your center lines to your advantage and using everything symmetrically. So, okay, that is going to be it for today. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope this taught you something. Please drop a comment if you want me to do something else for you guys or draw something else for you guys. And I hope this was helpful. Have a great evening.
Hey guys, quick favor, if this video helped you, tap like. It tells YouTube my content is worth showing to more people. And hit subscribe if you want more quick tutorials, tips and real engineering tricks for Creo. More videos dropping every week. Have a great one guys.